Job of the day. We are modifying the front of this trailer for a articulating coupler. So I'm going to cut this off and then plate the front and put a combo tube on the bottom here so it's easier for her to hook up. And then I'm going to weld a new jack because this jack will no longer be working in the orientation that it is. But I have a pipe mount jack that's going to go weld onto the side for her. I'm going to mark this out as clean as I can. I want this to be flush and straight. Where'd the welds go? There's the welds. Roughly 90. Nice and even. Right on the edge. Edge. I'll grab my little one. My modified speed square. Good, and it might be a little off, but no, it's perfect. When I was picking it up from the storage, I watched the forklift move it with their attachment to move trailers around on the forks, and this is not going to have a 2-inch ball anymore. And I was like, oh no, they're not going to be able to move it. So what I'm going to have to do, I'm going to cut this flush and then weld a plate and a piece of 2x2. So this 2x2 will be able to slide into the combo tube. They can lock it with a pin, and then this coupler will go on this and they can move it around for storage. But when she hooks up, she'll be able to take this out, store it away, and then be able to put her articulating coupler on. So I'm going to weld this to a plate and weld that to the 2x2. I got my cut lines marked out. I got my generator on. I'm going to start cutting. Cool, it's still clean. Mechanism still works great. I'm going to weld the plate onto that, so like I said, the forklift can move it around. This is all nice and clean. I'm going to straighten this off, plate this. I'm going to take this these plates on the bottom off. Oh, they're just held on. Those are 2 big screws. These are 9/16. I'm going to take this jack brace out as well, and I'm going to plate this with 1/4 inch and then weld the combo tube to the bottom. Got the front cut off. I'm cutting a plate, 1/4 inch plate that's going to go here. I'm going to weld all the way around it, and then I'm putting a plate on the bottom. Got my plate cut. Leaves me enough space to weld all the way around, and I can sand that down nice and clean. Perfect. This is the other plate that I'm going to use. I'm going to cut out a piece here, triangle shape, and then put it on the bottom. See if I have enough room. I do have enough room on that scrap piece of plate that I have. Marking this out. Oh, what if I do it like this? Yeah, I'll do it like this. I'll save a bunch of material. And that's going to be the line. However long I need it. Good. Need an extra 3¼ inches. I think I do. Not that way. I think I'll have enough going this way. Yep, I'll have enough going this way. That's the line we're doing. That's the line we're doing. That's the line we're doing. And that's the line we're doing. Perfect. Let's cut this bad boy out. Hello.
Will you be attending lunch? It starts at 11:30 is when I start making lunch.
I'll probably still be here, yeah. Okay. Thank you. That sounds good. Thank you.
Love you.
Love you more. All right, I got the plate cut for the bottom. Goes all the way to the back here. I'm gonna weld all the way around. And I've got the front plate cap right here. This is the combo tube that I'm gonna use. So I think I'm gonna use the whole thing. We can move it back a little bit. We'll go here. Cut the excess off. Where my pen went. There it is. I'm good with that, right? Mark it. I'll cut that off so it's not too far over where it needs to be. Alright, all plates are cut. Everything's ready to be welded and tacked. I cut down this combo tube so we're a little easier back here. And it's not overhanging too far in the back. This is all done. Well, I need to paint it still, but it's cooled off enough for me to touch and not burn myself. But this is the piece that they're going to use for when it's at the storage yard. And then I have that articulator there, which is going to be, I believe it's from CU Fabrication. CU Off-Road. And then this articulates up and down and back and forth. And then this is the trailer side here. Articulates that way, and then it also articulates that way. It's pretty sweet. Getting all the dross off of everything. I mean the spatter, not the dross. I'm broken hearts and we're gonna paint it black and deliver it back to the storage yard. But everything's welded out. I got a plate on the bottom, 1/4 inch plate, welded all the way around. I got a combo tube, welded all the way down, around, and back. And here, I put a plate on the front, welded that out, sanded it down. I did put a pipe mount jack 4 all welded out here because we did delete that jack that was up on top. All painted up. I'm just waiting for paint to dry, put everything back together, and I'll assemble this. I know the top of her ball mount is 21.5 at her 4Runner, so that's going to fit in perfectly. That's 21.5 to the top of that, so it's nice and even. Just setting up the articulating, just tightening everything down. These bolts are 15/16, putting 15/16 on there. Tight. Everything's good. In an emergency, she can still use the 2-inch ball with the coupler piece I made for her. I'm going to pull forward, continue to disconnect, and then pull forward and put everything back in. Put everything back inside her camper. And this job is done. New combo tube welded onto the bottom for the articulating coupler hitch. I put her old one, this is just the coupler from her old coupler. I put it on there so they can move it easily, and she can tow it with just a ball if she needs to. But at the storage yard, they move everything with a forklift, so they need a 2-inch ball. I got that on there. Got a new hitch pin on the rear, and then everything's assembled and tightened on this piece. This trailer's done, and I'm on to the next.